All right, Kit, you wanted to update us all on Ukraine. We want to talk about Ukraine.
Yeah.
Pretty important. So why don't you launch us into that?
Okay. So I just want to, we've been talking about this a lot. This is the 3-year anniversary this month of the invasion somehow. Um, and,
Wow.
this entire time, Putin thought that it would be over in 3 days. They brought like a change of clothes, but not like more bullets or whatever. And, it's 3 years later. Russia has lost casualties upwards of 450,000 people for no fucking reason at all. And it's been devastating, obviously, for the people of Ukraine, who have relied on weapons and armaments and stuff, materiel from the West, particularly from the United States. So, you know, Biden slow walked it, didn't give as much aid as he should have. If we want to blame people, you can start in 2014 when Putin originally invaded Crimea, and Obama was like, "Oh well, I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun hanging out with ScarJo, so we better not go to war now about this dumb thing. Let's just do some sanctions." And that was the signal to Putin that the West wasn't ever going to do anything, which is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
He read the room correctly.
Yeah.
Now, going back further from there, in I think it was 94, 96, in the Budapest memoranda, Ukraine, which had, after the dissolution of the Soviet Union, had the third most nuclear weapons of anywhere. It was like Russia, US, them, and China, I think in that order. And under the agreement, agreed to surrender these weapons to Russia. And one of the things in the agreement is don't invade us, dickheads. But the Russians don't do that. They don't listen to this. So our friend Victor Rudd has been writing about this for a long time. He wrote this in 2017, where he said American deal making with Russia does not work. Russia did not become the largest country in the world, steamrolling dozens of nations through bourgeois deal making. Russia has always been an empire. Its imperial DNA precludes the compromise we worship and the precondition to which is restraint. Moscow vehemently rejects the stability we imagine we're creating. Its worldview and goals are dynamic, ongoing, and implacably aggressive. Russia plays offense, America plays defense. Russia initiates, America reacts. Russia disrupts, America seeks to stabilize, to preserve, all the while as we cast about wondering, what do we do now? We never learned Stalin's encyclical, agreements are like pie crusts made to be broken. That's who we're dealing with. So
Yeah.
fast forward to
Well
now,
said.
that's Victor Rudd writing in Kiev Post in 2017.
Yeah.
And it's been on this for years and years before that. So fast forward to now, we have Donald Trump and his guys, okay, who are all liars, the art of the deal bullshit. He's sending, as our friend Zarina Zabriskie reported, Jack Posobiec
Oh
is
boy.
part of the envoy. He might
Yeah.
as well send a fucking Muppet to do it. You might as well Grover and Fozzie the Bear might as well be there for all
Well,
the
Jack
seriousness.
Posobiec, I think, has been credibly accused by a few journalists of being a Kremlin asset.
Um, yeah,
So
but he's a failed comedian. Is really
is
what
that
I
did
say.
he try doing that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, so
fail.
so anyway, the point is that this is not a serious negotiation on our behalf. Trump is basically going to hand over eastern Ukraine to Russia, and what's going to happen is, Zelensky is not going to have much choice because he needs the arms, he needs the weapons, unless Europe, and it looks like maybe they will, really stands up now and starts giving him a lot more stuff than they have been, and really comes together to defend Ukraine. That's going to happen. They're going to take eastern Ukraine. They're going to reset for a couple years, and then they're going to fucking invade it again.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen because that's what Russia does.
Yeah.
And this thing, it's billed as a ceasefire, the sort of the Ron Paul, like, oh, we just need to have, talk with these people. We want exchange of ideas. We don't need to exchange ideas with these people. He's a criminal and he's a liar, and he goes back on every agreement he's made. We need to treat him like a criminal and not like a head of state. He's not a head of state. He's the head of a crime family. You
Yeah.
don't sit down with the head of a crime family if you're a fucking sovereign nation, the most sovereign, powerful sovereign nation that ever existed in the world. and kowtow to him. You don't do that. That's not what you do, but it's what we're doing. And the word in the topic is the Ukrainian word for betrayal. And that's what's happening right now. It's a fucking betrayal. It's a betrayal of the United States and the West, of Ukraine, and not just Ukraine, of democracy in general. All we needed to do was arm them and give them the fucking arms. They would have beat Russia and
And do
everything
the
would be much better.
airspace, like, that was a
It's
yeah,
not complicated. They
yeah,
don't need troops. They just needed weapons and the okay to go use them. That's it.
yeah.
That's all they were asking for, and we couldn't fucking do it.